Shubor na Snem jong unongsan Hima.
Namar kajing kenrai kajing pendon kam ni kejat Jingdih Pynbuaid Kiba harukom kabala penlong ni kajing im ki breu bat ki long ying long sam bat kin jot kin pra Meghalaya Women's Alliance kala shim ni kajing kit kli ban penlong de program pen snotho shaki Khynnah school halor kajing sneu jong ki Jingdih Pynbuaid neru kakiat uduma bat kamtam udrok kabala penlong hapo mau prem modern higher secondary school layo ya kajing ai jing kai pun snotho shaki Khynnah school halor kajing sneu ki Jingdih Pynbuaid da uba truman basayo mon psychologist kamim hans ban kajing ai jingkren u pastor David Jamir ubade nong seng jong wisdom center kabade ke jaka ai jing sumar na benta kitu ki balang ngop ha kajing kerni ban pendan kam ya ki Jingdih Pynbuaid Hagani ka sngi dan rangkat langru ke President jong Meghalaya Women's Alliance ke Dr. Amina Pasa ke Dr. Vanessa Karmau Plang Secretary ke Kinhon ke Principal jong ke school ke Miss Miracle Lamari ke dikot ke Meghalaya Women's Alliance kinong hikai ber ki Khynnah school jong ke school haba ajing kren hagani ka sngi na kalyang Pastor David Jamir uliat ho bamauru ulalong uwe ni ki breu ubala kerni hage Jingdih Pynbuaid ki por menshwa Henry haga jinya linti jong haga jingem ulaya kendo ki breu ki balai alam bat batin linti syak babha haringkat ka jingai naladi ula ongru baya ki breu ki bawan pha sumar haga jaka sumar jong kabadan ha dihar uju ong baka jingop jong ki hagini ki Jingdih Pynbuaid kadai namar bakimdon ya ki jingang nod bat ki jingyo lepa ula ongru baki Khynnah ki bajungop ha ki Jingdih Pynbuaid ki dai hapadeng karta khat pra bat ka arpusan Snem bat kumta kalong kebadan kam ban pikir ya ka donot syaka donot ki tot ki jinge jong ka jingem bat ki beki breu ki le ki mi bat ka wan nadu ka donot uliat ho baki babon ki samla Khynnah ki bawan pha sumar ha wisdom center ki bala kerni ha ki Jingdih Pynbuaid ki dei ki bamdan kpashu bat menta ki dan arpusan ngud ki ba syong ban syak sumar ha ka jaka
My father is Naga, my mom is Khasi, and actually I'm Jamir. And some of them said, why didn't you give your Khasi title, Ringdo, you know? So I said, I can combine together, I can give Jamardo. And why don't you give a big hand for your school? I'll tell you something. Come on, give a big hand. See, when I was a teenage, around 18 years old, I came to study in Shillong. And I was already singing in Nagaland, but I didn't know how to get a band in Shillong. So I happened to meet some friends from Jairat Dom, and the band's name is Crossfire. So in 1988, do you know where was my first performance? This school. 1988. Come on, give it a hand. This school was like a stepping stone for me. With one song became very popular. It goes like this. Sympathy just doesn't mean that much to me. Compassion not the passion in my mind. If you're looking for a shoulder to cry on, then turn your head my way. Because I'd rather use my music any day. So that song made me popular. And you know what happened? Some of you have got the gift. And you came to school to study. At the same time, you have dreams, isn't it? I won't take much of your time because I remember somebody said, blessed is the man who speaks short, for he shall be invited again. So, just a little bit. So you came here to study, and also every one of you have a dream. Some of you wants to be a footballer, a basketball, a music, or anything. And I had, in school, we all want to become popular, isn't it? And I wanted to become popular, but I didn't know how. But when I came to Shillong, I saw a band playing in 1983. That time I was a young boy, and I saw a band playing. I was so thrilled to see them, And I was thinking, it's a good way to get girls also. It's like me. So I learned music. I started practicing 6-7 hours a day. And on the first stage, I was panicking because they were trying to call my name. And at that time I was shaking. But somebody said, why don't you take a little bit of alcohol? I never dream of drinking alcohol. I never smoked till class 10. But that day, somebody gave me some alcohol, not to become addict, but just to kill that fear. So I took some alcohol. I felt good. And I did good too. And since that day, I didn't know I was on my way to addiction. Slowly, like my brother has shared everything. And I thank you if you have covered everything. So that I just share my testimony. So after that, I became so addicted. I want to change my life. And I know some of you might know your friends or family members, when it comes to Christmas and New Year, do they say like, last, I won't drink again, isn't it? So we all have that. So every Christmas and New Year, no more. So we drink last on 24th night, because 25th, Jesus is born. I don't drink. Then on 31st, I drink a lot. Then first, no more. I'll live my new life. So I started working. Somehow in February and March, I slipped. Birthday party, don't drink anymore, just have beer. That's okay, you don't have to drink. I said, no problem. So I slipped. And then I feel so bad. I said, why did I do it? Then I remember, Good Friday, Jesus died on the cross. So that was last, And then after finishing Good Friday, then reached July and all that, I slipped again. Then I said, since half year's gone, let me reach again December. So it took me 9 years to get out. So one day, when I went to Nongstoy to perform for a school, St. Anderson School, we raised money for that school. So at 12 o'clock at night, I was performing fully drunk. Then my brother fell down from the stage, and then they took him to the hospital. But the people didn't allow me to go. I was scared. So what's going to happen with my brother? Then that time, I called on my God. And I said, if you are true, if you are the living God I've heard, please help me. At that time, these people who were, trying to shout at me and everything, they just left. And I saw, wow, it was a very good thing that happened to me. And there was something warm happening in my heart. And from the next day, I didn't feel like drinking. But being human, we'll drink last again. So one more time. Then from next day I said, Jesus, no more from today. Then I changed my life. Then after that, I didn't know what to do. And some of you have raised hands like you have failed, right? Let me tell you. My daughter one day, she found my mark sheet from my closet. She said, Dad, I saw your mark sheet. I said, what did they say? They all say fail. Do you know how much I failed? 5 years science, 5 years commerce, 10 years learn nothing. So for some of you who failed, God got hope. So what happened? I didn't know what to do. Cocktail, no job. Then one day, I met somebody by the name of Comperly and Brother Torimara. They picked me up, and I started following them. That's why mentor is very, very important for you. You have to find somebody to guide you. Alone you cannot fight. Alone you cannot fight. That's why there are so many people like Kong Yamanju. I used to run to her at night also. That's why I need help. So you always, if you need help, go to somebody. And I help too now. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. So many people write to me. And some of them, girlfriends, they have probably boyfriends. I used to reply for them too. So if you need help, I'll be there for you. But if you look for David Jamir, you'll find there are 7 of them. So choose the handsome one, okay? Yeah. So if you have any help, please let me know. I will help you. I've helped so many of them. So they helped me. I followed them. And after that, I got married. So I went to Canada. Beautiful country. Everything is there, whatever you want. Everything I saw in movies during my childhood, I saw in Canada. But there was something in my heart. It was not connecting with Canada. My heart. It was not connecting with Canada. And I have so many gifts, but I didn't know what to do. Then I remember one man said, go to a place where they celebrate you, not tolerate you. Go to a place where they celebrate you. Then I remember Shillong, they enjoy my music, they enjoy my jokes, they enjoy my company. I said, I'm going back. But let me tell you, whenever you have a dream, and wherever you want to go forward, you know who was going to stop you? Your family members. The one who's very close to you, they'll try to stop you. It happened in the Bible too, with Joseph, with David. They are the ones who stop you. When I told my pastors, I'm going back to India, he said, "Arey, brother, you know Canada is a land of milk and honey. Everywhere people comes to Canada." I said, "I saw milk and honey only in the store. I didn't see it in my life. I'm going back." Then I told my dad, "Dad, I'm going back to India. I'm coming back to India." He said, "Don't come here. Stay in America. There's a good place, not for you here in India." What is there in India? Now I'll tell you, this sang, no? Sare jaha si acha. Amen. It's a good place. Don't tell Shillong is boring. No, it's one of the most beautiful places and a lot of things you to do. So I came here, don't know what to do. Then I thought of naming my center Dream Center to give back the dreams to the one who have lost. But then I realized, to every problem, let's say together, to every problem is always a wisdom problem. That's why I named my center the Wisdom Center. And I told them, these boys, your problem is not drugs and alcohol. Your problem is that you don't have a dream. The Bible says, where there is no vision, people perish. It didn't say where there is drugs and alcohol. So you all have to follow your dream. Find out what gift do you have inside of you. Because it says, your gift. It didn't say your education will make room for you. It says your gift shall make room for you. And today, why I am here is because of the gift that God gave me. So follow your dreams. And let me tell you, find something what you love to do. You know, from childhood, I used to be a dancer, in every party. And I used to help people. I used to go for marketing for the people. I used to chop their wood. I used to carry water for them, especially the place where they have beautiful girls, no? That house. Yeah, my full passion, I work for them. So you boys will do anything. Guys will climb Mount Everest with a t-shirt also. If they find somebody there, isn't it? So I did that. So find something you love to do. And today, I don't say rehab center. Kasi yung na, bapli rehab, long habri bahab shehab. So I call it the retreat center. And we don't have any gate. And I'll tell you, Ngop, this one. Oh, most of them are my boys here. We don't have any gate. So they'll run away. No, they don't run away. I said, only fools run away from wisdom. So we don't have any gate. I don't call them inmates because it's not a jail. I don't call them patients because it's not a hospital. I call them campers. They come here for camping. And today, some of my boys said, this is my second home. And let me tell you, the attack on the young people now is between 14 to 25. So guard your heart. Let's say, guard your heart. Because out of the heart flows the issues of life. Whatever you do in life, it comes from the heart. And you, like brother has given so much information. He says, inform the mind and transform the man. You want to change your life? Educate yourself. Because the Bible says, my people are perishing because of a lack of knowledge. And neither knowledge is dangerous. And so many people think it's the problem with drugs and alcohol. For me, it's one of the points that brother showed. Because 9 out of 10 that comes to my center, they don't have fathers. 9 out of 10. And 5 out of 10, a relationship problem. During our time, you have to practice, no? Hello, baby. We look in the mirror, we practice before we go. Today is very easy because I've got my daughters, no? They always come with, hi. Who are you? Oh, it's me. Easy to get in, easy to get out. And let me tell you, some of you are on the age now. With Pierre ke chakar mein. Let me tell you, never give your heart. Ek pawa de dijiye. Give only one power. Don't give all. Because when that heart is broken, finish. Because out of that heart flows the issues of life. So find out what you love to do and give it all. And in today's, you are in a place, in an era where everything is possible. During my time, they say, how will you feed your children with that music? But today, they even have Bachelor of Music. If you are good, you can even open your own school. But today, let me tell you, you have to be the best of the best. Not normal. You have to be abnormal. You know what I mean? Above the normal. Yeah. Abnormal people, they are always above the normal. So give your best, and you have heard everything here. I don't have to explain, but I'm just sharing you my testimony. But let me tell you, one man said, for anybody to come out of addiction, it's always there have to be a spiritual experience. Because addiction is spiritual. When I changed my life, I met my God. He changed everything. I'm not talking about being religious, but being spiritual. So, and today, I've got 25 boys right now, and I enjoy serving them. I enjoy serving with them, and I've become friends with them. I don't act like, like a pastor, but I've become friends with them. And let me tell you what happened. I'll end with this. During lockdown, nobody got the chance to go for Kerala, but the Lord opened the door for me through the DC. I got to play a concert in Pynbuaid. Do you know who organized the concert? 8 alcoholics. All drunk. See, Pastor, you come and play. We'll sponsor. So I went, and then as we were fixing the things, one car came and said, which church is organizing? Balam Jungi Mandi. Alcoholic church. So I became friends with them. I became friends with them. And then today, let me tell you, many of them have changed. And one of them, they used to call him the boss. He has changed his life. And what happened? He changed the family too. Because at one time, if the husband comes home, the wife gets palpitation. But now she said, I don't get it anymore. And daddy is so nice now. See, when you change your life, not only you will change other people. And he says, 1% affects 250 people. Did you feel good? Your life affects 250 people. Just imagine. And never think low of yourself. Because God said, you are the head but not the tail. That's my God.
They work by lowering the numbers of pain which signals your body and which also kind of send the message to the brain. Okay, that's why. Okay, people, they use these kind of drugs like that. But remember, if it's under the prescription of the doctor, it's fine. But without the prescription of the doctor, it is always, and remember that it is usually termed or considered as the illegal types of drugs. Are we clear till here, students? Yes. All right. Now, let's move on to the next part, which is causes of substance abuse. Now, why do you think people use substance abuse? For various reasons, yes or no? For example, people, they use this substance abuse because of the chaotic home environment. Imagine if we lived inside the home environment where parents are always fighting, parents are always arguing, or where parents are not bothering about what you do, whether you've come from school, you go to school, or you go here and there, they don't care. How do you feel as a child? You feel neglected, correct? You feel unwanted, yes or no? And if you have, or if you are surrounded with this continuous kind of home environment, sometimes it leads, or it gives, or it sends an individual that maybe if I start substance abuse, this will go away from me. Right? Yes or no? So a lot of these cases, a lot of this usually happens because they are not performing well in their exams academically, or because they are not performing well in their extracurricular activities. Okay, sometimes they tend to use these substance abuse, thinking that if I do this, I will pass. If I do this, if I'm a sport person, I'll do better in sports. Okay, but the impact is that when it hits the person, a person becomes addicted and a person becomes a chronic user of these form of substance. So poor school performance should not be the cause. Okay, I say this also with a very, very heavy concern, because if you fail, even if you have experienced failures, it's okay. That's why there's a saying that failures are the pillars of success, right? So for you to lead to that success journey, sometimes you need to understand what is it like also to be a failure. Yes or no? Okay, but remember, if you are in a company of friends who try to say that, okay, let's start using drugs or let's start using substance, please get away from that. Clear? And then lastly, association with a deviant peer group or isolating oneself from peers altogether. This is also another reason, especially you all as adolescents age group. I understand that as adolescents age group, your friend circles are very, very important. Yes or no? Yes. You cannot expect coming to school not talking to anybody, or can you do that? Yes. If you can do that, And if you think it's healthy, please come meet me in Mimhans. All right? Because nobody can do that, right? When you come to school, what happens? You need friends, right? If you have tiffin, you need somebody, to accompany you. Can you play basketball by yourself? Can you play football by yourself? Can you play cricket by yourself? You will always need a group member, yes or no? But please remember that as students, as adolescents, you should understand that even though I understand it's an age where your friends here plays a very, very important role, but you should be very, very careful and very, very alert in choosing your own circle of friends. Remember, there are two sets of friends. We have friends who supported you so that you'll be able to climb higher, and you'll have another set of friends who will always try to pull you down even if you are in the right track and right direction. The choice is not me, it's not your teacher, it's not everybody who present here, it's not your parents also, no, it's you who have to make a decision. And how to make a decision? Please think of your parents, how will they feel if you end up choosing wrong company of friends. Please think of your career, what will it look like, in the next few years if you choose for a top pressure of friends, right? And if you opt for a good circle of friends, you know where you'll be. Buy. Yes or no? You cannot buy love, can you? Can you buy care? Can you buy affection? You cannot do that. Yes or no? Now, sometimes people or sometimes individuals who experience lack of love, lack of support, lack of care, they usually seek love, care and affection with thinking by the use of what we call substance abuse. They always tend to do that also. Okay? And then parental drug use or addiction. This is also very, very common. And nowadays, I don't know, we as a society, we as a community, in fact, all of us, we belong to a Christian dominating state. Yes or no? It doesn't matter which denomination we belong to. But I used to wonder, where is this baggage that we used to carry, this tag that we used to carry, where is it gone? Yes or no? Because sometimes we see that nowadays parents also, they start using substance abuse in front of their children. So, of course, as children or as a generation like you all, you're bound to observe, you're bound to see certain things. And because when it is an age group like you all, we all know it's an age of experimentation, we all know it's an age of curiosity. So sometimes you want to experience, okay, I see my mother, my father's doing this, let me also try, how is it like? Yes or no?
And he's here now to share his experience, and I know you'll all be touched and impacted also by his talk. Now, David Jamir, he was into, but at the age of 25, he gave his life to Christ, and it's been a beautiful journey since then. He's got a wonderful wife and children. They're all in Canada. He was in Canada with them for 10 years, but the desire to save people from drug addiction brought him back to Shillong. What a sacrifice, but I know that he's been helping people through these years. And now he's here, so make the best use of him too. And if you have questions,